Welcome back to the Whisky Couch. This is the place where we enjoy every moment when we can do experimentation with whiskey and food. And hopefully it'll come together in delicious harmony. Your hosts today, South Africa's whiskey couple, GUSTAV and
ELNA, and you are watching Whisky Tasting and Food Pairing Review number 272.
What an interesting one today. Irish triple distilled single malt from the Knappogue Castle brand, which was sold for the first time in the mid-1900s. The castle itself actually exists, and it is situated in the southern western area of Ireland. It was it was bought in 1966 by Mark Andrews, and he bought casks of whiskey from distilleries, which he then bottled and gave away to his friends or sold under this brand name. Apparently it is now a venue, but his son is now continuing in the tradition, buying casks of whiskey and selling it under this brand. So it's basically an independent bottler, Knappogue Castle. The brand itself is owned by Castle Brands, and this is an interesting one. Travel retail market only, 12-year-old cask strength, only 1,000 bottles were released. Triple distilled single malt Irish. And it is finished in first full bourbon barrels. I'm going to keep the label up there for a bit so that you can see all the detail. So very interesting, and we want to compare this with the Redbreast at the end of this video. Even though it's single malt versus single pot still, it's going to be interesting. Bourbon versus sherry casks, so we're going to see what happens there.
And it's got an ABV of 54.5%.
54.5. The Redbreast that we're going to compare it with is 55.8. So basically we're looking at the same sort of alcohol strength. And it's all natural, which I quite like. Natural color and non-chill filtered. And Elna, how do you feel about the color?
The color, I would say, is pale gold.
I've poured a serious pour here for myself.
Yes,
Look at this.
Now that is serious.
I had a heavy hand here, so I'm going to have to take it easy.
Slanger.
Knappogue Castle, here we go, on the nose. I'm getting some alcohol from the get-go, high ABV, but to have that immediately is not a good sign for me.
I get sweet caramel. I would say fruity as well. I would say sweet caramel peaches.
Almost like canned peaches. Canned peaches, canned pears, canned fruit. But you need to get past the alcohol, and then you discover the sweet fruitiness. And I'm also getting on the nose some shortbread. The vanilla is there, typical from a bourbon cask.
Honey.
And then something like cut grass. Barley, but green barley and cut grass cuttings. If you do the drop in the palm taste, you are left with something interesting, banana bread aroma.
Okay.
If you rub it and the alcohol evaporates, then there's a banana bread aroma left in the palm of your hand. You can see the legs there going now. Look at that. Are we going to try it?
Let's
Here we go.
Sweet. Definitely sweet. From the word get-go, sweet.
Sweet, and then there's an alcohol punch. Like a whiskey with superpowers. Alcohol punch. But fruit candy.
Yes.
Very sweet fruit candy. The pears are still there. The pears and peaches.
I also get vanilla.
And then the oak spices emerges. Malty, spicy, clean. The honey is there as well. What about the finish?
I would say medium long.
It's still warm, so
Yes.
it's definitely medium long. I
It's
still
not
have
a
that
short
warm
finish.
feeling.
Medium
But-
long.
I must say, maybe I had high hopes for this. Cask strength, triple distilled, Irish single malt, heavy on the price. But personally, my personal opinion is it's quite one-dimensional for me. It's not intriguing.
No, no.
It's not. Perry is still there. It's not developing. It's not as if something is emerging. And if you do the empty glass test, leaving the glass to dry completely, there's only a whiff of pear pie crust that's left,
Okay.
which is also
Yeah.
interesting. One thing, Elna, that we have discovered is never to do final evaluation when the bottle is still in that area.
That is true. Yeah.
So I believe as we reach the halfway mark, this is going to get better and better as it gets time to oxidize.
Maybe we must do a second review then,
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens.
just to give it a fair chance.
Yes, yes. Bit of water added, a little more than usual because of the cask strength that we've got here. Maybe it'll open up a bit more. Maybe it'll develop with the water.
I still get the
Alcohol is still there.
yeah, I agree on that. But still the vanilla and
Vanilla
fruity.
and sweet fruit.
Fruit still
Yes.
stays sweet.
Bit better now with the water
But
on
still
the palate.
sweet. Still sweet, fruity.
It's more
But
creamy
I
now.
want
for
to
me.
say
Yeah.
the same. It's more creamy now.
Creamy vanilla is sort of starting to develop.
It's better for me with the water.
And then in the finish, peppery bitter chocolate
Yeah,
right at the finish.
yeah.
So I think I bought this for £60 in Europe. Can't remember exactly. And it's difficult to get the price because it's travel retail. But food pairing snack. Now for the red breast, we did salami and fruity cheese cigars. Salami is richer because the whiskey richer. Definitely richer. Not so rich, so we need a snack that is not so rich.
subtle.
And that is why we chose chicken. So we've got here chicken and cream cheese cigars, which will be a much better pairing for this dram right here. So you've got some cream cheese peeking out of your cigar there. We've cut this one in half. You can see the cream cheese there. Half a cigar. And let's see what happens. Chicken and cream cheese. I just love these snacks. Now it's better for me. Now the taste experience for me is better. The snack improved.
Yeah.
I almost want to take a next sip, but I have to let my palate rest a bit, especially for the alcohol. It beautifully gelled together, blended together,
I agree.
came together perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah.
A very, very good snack. But the alcohol burn is still there
It's still there. Yeah. Yeah.
at the end, sort of way after.
Yeah.
What an interesting experience. Now we've got one of the later versions, bottlings. This is batch B19. Where are my glasses? Batch B219 red breast. And I've poured the glass for us. So we've got a dram here, we've got water added. So, how will it compare? Definitely a color
difference.
bourbon sherry. Would you like to do the honors? How would you compare the two?
Beautiful nose. Not that alcohol
And
burst that we had there.
it's still getting better as it rests, as it sort of settles.
Okay, we'll try.
Let's try it. I must say, the redbreast is still up there for me.
Yes.
It's really,
Sorry,
it's
it
really,
is, yeah, it is.
I am a bit prejudiced because I do love sherry cask whiskies
Yes.
above
Me too.
ex-bourbon
Yes,
cask whiskies.
yes.
So I am a bit prejudiced. Let's keep that in mind. But if I have to choose same sort of price, I'll definitely go for the redbreast.
I agree.
That
No,
I will do.
I agree.
So very interesting Irish, triple distilled, single pot still, single malt, different cask maturation. What a wonderful adventure. Thanks for joining us. Hope to see you in the next video. Until then.
Sláinte.